Hello, friends. As we continue to explore quantum body, I want to share with you some of the breakthroughs in the book. And one section is called "I is a Bad Habit." I'll just read a little bit from it, and then maybe I'll expand it in words that are beyond what's in the book or different. So, from a quantum perspective, the ego is a bad habit that we haven't learned to break. The most common words in the English language are be, and of. But in everyday use, I rises to the top. It focuses what we think, say, and do, separating the individual from every other I in the world. So it's a long chapter, but basically the habit of I masks your true self. You're not an isolated mind enclosed in a physical body. You're the flow of creative intelligence. Okay, let me put the book aside and share with you today's idea. Every identity you have, male, female, transgender, binary, non-binary, whatever, is a provisional identity. Also, identity as a baby, a toddler, a teenager, a young adult, a mature adult is a provisional identity. Also, cultural identity, religious identity, ethnic identity, racial identity, they are provisional. Provisional means that they are not absolute in the sense that they're in time. Of course, they give us a feeling of uniqueness. But if you go back to the source of experience, source of all experience, okay, which is basically qualia, qualities of awareness, then what you encounter is an absolute identity. And that absolute identity is not in time. And that absolute identity is the true identity. It is, first of all, non-local. It is infinite. It is formless. It is shapeless. It is irreducible. It is fundamental. It is not in time. And it is not subject to birth and death. Every other identity is subject to birth and death, which is happening constantly, every moment. Photons are being born, they die, molecules come and go. This body that you have right now is just the appearance of what it looks like at this moment. But it's a passing dream. The only thing is that in which this flows. And what makes it flow is creative intelligence. So you are the flow of creative intelligence, which is eternal, timeless, and unborn. Going back to the Bhagavad Gita, water cannot wet it, wind cannot dry it, weapons cannot shatter it, fire cannot burn it. It has no beginning in time, and it is not subject to death. So I know you've heard this before, but it needs reinforcing. Every time you feel the need to validate yourself, to prove yourself superior, or every time you feel inferior, or every time you feel fear or anger or hostility or guilt or shame or mistrust or depression or anxiety, then it is your provisional identity. Your absolute identity is totally free at all times. So, always in the midst of chaos and confusion and the madness that surround us, always ask yourself, who am I? What am I? And then get in touch with your sense of self. That sense of self never changes. When I say I was a baby, I was a teenager, I was happy, I was unhappy, I went to Bhutan, or I had a good time, I enjoyed ice cream. The I that says that never changes, okay? The experience changes, but I never changes, and you are that. Tattvam Asi.